Please help me welcome from WCBS, anchor Christine Johnson.
Oh, come on. I need something louder than that. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. We've kind of come full circle. I had the pleasure of being here when we first announced that this museum was coming and it was going to be created, so it's so special for me to be here today to celebrate this very special occasion with you. Last night, I had to moderate the New Jersey governor's debate. Yeah. I'm just kidding, no. But can I just say that this is just such a release for me? I mean, we have a DJ, we have music, we have a choir, we have you guys all to celebrate Newark. So thank you. This has just been such a nice little release and a break for me. Today we are here to celebrate the opening of the Grammy Museum experience in this wonderful building that we call the Prudential Center. And boy, are you guys in for a real treat. I'm a proud New Jersey resident. Yes, I pay taxes here. I live here. I do my grocery shopping here. So for me to be able to come and celebrate this with you guys is really, really a very personal experience for me, and I'm so honored to do that. We're joined here today by members of the Prudential Center, the New Jersey Devils and Philadelphia 76ers, co-managing owners and also founders of Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment, Josh Harris and David Blitzer, founding executive director of the Grammy Museum, Bob Santelli, president and CEO, Recording Academy, chair of the Grammy Museum Board of Directors, Neil Portnoy, and Newark Mayor, the Honorable Ross Baraka. Also joining us today is Special Assistant for the Arts, Margaret L., Chief Brand Officer, Potential Financial, Colin McConnell, and Executive Director of the Estate of Whitney Houston, Patricia Houston. You'll be hearing from many of these people here today, but I just needed to go ahead and announce all of our special guests that are here that really, without them, this would not be possible. Now, as the Prudential Center turns 10 years old this month, 10 years old already, time flies. I know. It provides, and yet we all look the same, right? None of us are aging. Today, the Prudential Center represents everything that is really great about the Garden State. Newark, look around us. It is in the midst of a significant development boom. We're proud to be from here, and through the efforts and in the midst of what we're doing here today, the Prudential Center is once again providing and proving that sports and entertainment can make a measurable difference in the lives of the people in their community, also for their fans, for their audience members, and the people they serve. And as a testament to that, just today they announced Garth Brooks was going to come here. So they announced Garth Brooks will be performing here. And because the tickets sold out so fast, they had to add 2 more shows. Yeah, Garth Brooks, friends in low places. I don't know about that. Say he's got friends in high places. I'm a fan of Garth Brooks. It's my honor now to kick off the celebration of the Grammy Museum Experience Prudential Center today and introduce, I'm so excited to do this, and introduce the iconic Grammy Award-winning Sissy Houston and the New Hope Baptist Choir.
Here comes the angry sea. He alone decides who writes a symphony. He lights every star that makes our darkness light. tall through each long and lonely night. Yet he still finds the time to hear a child first prayer. Saint or sinner call, they'll always find him there. Though it makes him sad to see the way we live, he'll always say, I forgive. That's why I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer can still be heard. Oh, and I believe that someone in the darkest night hears every word. And every time I hear a newborn baby cry, oh, I touch a leaf or a seed of sky, then I know why
And now on with the program. That's a nice way to wake up in the morning, right? Wish we could do that every day. Not too long ago, it was just a few weeks ago, that we in this nation experienced the worst mass shooting in our nation's history, when people were in Las Vegas enjoying what we are all celebrating here today, music. Many of us like to go to concerts and see our favorite artists perform. And unfortunately, many people lost their lives that night, and others were critically wounded. I would like to take an opportunity. I think we would be remiss today as we celebrate music if we don't remember those victims. So if we could please just pause and have a moment of silence. Thank you. Our next speaker really needs no introduction. He has distinguished himself as the heart and soul of the city of Newark. His mantra is "Believe in Newark." He has come to symbolize the growth, and he has helped attract everything that is happening here. He's an advocate for the city. He's the leader behind Mulberry Commons. He's a proud New Jersey Devils fan. He's also born and bred right here in Newark. So please join me in welcoming the Honorable Ras Baraka.
Good afternoon. It's a great day in Newark, right? So I just want to thank these incredible organization, though, New Jersey Devils. The Prudential Center, the arena here is fabulous. It's doing great in the city of Newark. For all those folks who may have thought otherwise, it's doing outstanding here in this beautiful city. And I'm glad that Garth Brooks is sold out. It's a great opportunity for us. And today is an exciting day. I'm just glad to be here with such great people like Sissy Houston. I see Dionne Warwick in the audience. It's outstanding. I want to tell you, Newark has always been a town of music. Music is in our veins. From Willie Lyon Smith to Sarah Vaughan, the Piccadilly Club, you know, Sparky J's, Cadillac Club. I wasn't born then, but, you know, I heard about it. My father and mother made me clear that Newark was a place of jazz, of blues, of soul, of music, and it always should be that way no matter what we do. In fact, it's this music and art that's going to bring our city back to life, and that's what we've been doing every day. Which is why today is so incredible for us to have the Grammy Museum here. I just want to thank you for choosing the greatest city in the state of New Jersey, possibly the greatest city along the eastern seaboard here. Newark, New Jersey is the place to be. Yes to Newark. Yes to Newark. Yes to Newark. And so we are excited, and we're going to be in here, and we invite everybody else to come and enjoy what we've known for a very, very, very long time. Newark is a gem, a pearl. And we want you to be a part of that and experience it with us. And we're so happy and glad that all of you have chosen to stop on this side of the Passaic and not go across over on the other side and hang out with us little people over here in a big, beautiful place called Newark, New Jersey. God bless y'all. Welcome to the city. Have an outstanding time today.
Sometimes have the biggest hearts though, right, Mayor? The next individual has dedicated much of her time to championing music education programming throughout the city of Newark. And it's really our pleasure today to host many of the young and inspiring students that have been touched by her efforts, and they will have the honor of being our first guests inside the museum today. So on this note, we would also like to acknowledge our friends at NJPAC for lighting the way for music education here in the city. Please give a warm welcome to a woman who's a true local inspiration to the world of music and the arts, Special Assistant for the Arts, Margaret L.
Good morning, and welcome to this wonderful, beautiful city of Newark. On behalf of Newark Public Schools Superintendent and members of the Board of Education, I'm excited and proud to be here and witness the opening of this wonderful place. Music is such a part of Newark's DNA, and creativity vibrates from its very center and pumps through every single heart that resides in this city. This is obvious by the musical greats we all know, love, and admire, those who were either born here, migrated here, some moving through on their way to even greater things, and even those we personally know. From jazz greats like Sarah Vaughan, Woody Shaw, James Moody, to Broadway stars like Melba Moore, or stars that shows are written about like Jersey boy Frankie Valli. Pop and R&B greats like Connie Francis, Whitney Houston, and of course, rappers like Queen Latifah and Wyclef Jean are among so many others. So many musical greats right here in one wonderful city, you have to wonder what's in the water. While the Grammy Museum Experience shares the rich history of Grammy winners through interactive educational programming, we know that it will inspire future musical genius right here among the students in our city and in this region who have great big musical dreams of their own. Today, we're privileged to be in the presence of the next generation of musical geniuses representing our very own nation's first arts high school, fine and performing arts school here in the country. We have vocal and instrumental majors from Arts High School here with us today. Each and every one of our students has their own great big musical dream for their future, which they have found through their love of music. The magic that you have created here with the Grammy Museum Experience will inspire and motivate them towards their own big dreams to become the next Grammy winner, music supporter, or just plain old music lovers. Students in our city will benefit from the diverse experiences, learning about music industry careers beyond performance. Newark students also have dreams of becoming music producers, songwriters, record producers, conductors, recording engineers, composers, and yes, music teachers, who will continue to spark that creativity perpetually. The Grammy Museum Experience at Prudential Center has found a home in Newark. We embrace and look forward to the tremendous impact for music education in all our schools for all of our students. Thank you for opening your doors as we make big dreams come true for students in Newark and the region. Again, on behalf of Newark Public Schools, I thank the Grammy Museum Experience and the Prudential Center and all of those who made this possible. Thank you.
Wish I wore my Apple Watch. I think I would have got all my steps in today, going back and forth. Big reason for the groundbreaking ceremony that we're celebrating here today can be attributed to the great partnership between Prudential Center and also Prudential Financial. As neighbors of Newark, bringing the museum to this city really is a milestone for both organizations. So here on behalf of Prudential is Colin McConnell, Senior Vice President and Chief Brand Officer, also an avid music fan. Colin, please forgive me. Come on up, come on, come on, come on. He's gonna say a few words. This really would not be possible without this man.
Clearly not Simon Cowell, though. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Honorable Mayor Baraka and leadership of Prudential Center and the Grammy Museum. This really is a special day. All the distinguished guests joining us. Super excited to be celebrating this, and what an amazing day we got to do it. This has been Prudential's home since its founding in 1875, so that's something we never, ever, ever forget. And I have to say, I'm proud to represent Prudential today on a very exciting day to mark the next exciting chapter in a great story that's unfolding here in Newark. I'm a longtime employee of Prudential. In fact, 25 of the last 25 years, I've had the privilege of working in this city. And I have to tell you on a personal note, what a great joy it is to see so many amazing things happening in Newark and the momentum that's building, and just add this to the list. I'm also super proud to represent a company that has never forgotten that this is our home and is committed to doing so many good things in this community, working with so many amazing partners, many of whom are represented here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Among them, of course, is Prudential Center, and we've enjoyed a terrific 10-year partnership with Prudential Center, and it's hard to overstate just how much Prudential Center has done to enrich the cultural landscape of this community. And also, I'd love to do the math, maybe these guys know, just how many visitors they've brought into the city to discover all the good things that are happening in Newark. You can't put a price on that, it's amazing. So You know, at Prudential, we're a financial services company, and at the end of the day, what that means is that we are about helping to enrich people's quality of life. And I don't know about you, but I personally believe with firm conviction that at the center of a life well lived is the opportunity to enjoy arts and entertainment. And especially music, which I consider to be the most transcendent language that touches the hearts of people from all generations and all backgrounds. And today it's so exciting to be celebrating not just ordinary music, because after all we are celebrating today Grammy award-winning music, which is a special brand of music all on its own. And the opportunity to bring that to Newark is amazing. The way music touches our lives. I don't know about you, I'm guessing that many of you think about Grammy music very much as the soundtrack of your life. And I can promise you, if you haven't had an opportunity yet to walk through the museum, it's going to be an interesting experience for you as you relive legendary musical moments, some of which you feel like yesterday and some of which may be long forgotten but feel fresh as they were back then, as well as celebrating so many musical legends, some of whom are here today. Fantastic. So finally, on behalf of Prudential, I just have to say how very proud we are. The continuing partnership with so many who helped make this possible, and what it means for the city as we herald the opening of the Grammy Museum right here in the vibrant music city that is Newark, which has been our home for over 140 years. Congratulations to all, and let's keep making beautiful music together.
Thank you, Colin. Over the past 3+ years, Josh Harris and David Blitzer have worked tenaciously to not only transform the Devils, the Prudential Center, and also the Sixers, but they've also been focused on creating a lasting impact on this proud community that we call Newark. Their commitment continues to shape with the new formation of Harris Blitzer Sports and Entertainment that was created last month. So now it is my honor to introduce Josh Harris and David Blitzer.
Well, what a beautiful day. Thank you all for coming. On behalf of the New Jersey Devils, the Prudential Center, David and myself and our families, we can't tell you how proud and how excited we are to be able to play a minor role, because all of you are playing the major role, in bringing this kind of quality entertainment and experience to Newark. A city that, David grew up about 20 minutes from here. My dad was from Caldwell. And to be able to enrich, the city is something that's very special for us. Particularly a city that's rich in the history of music, as Newark is. Perhaps even more exciting for me is that we're here to celebrate something we believe will introduce future generations of kids to a love of music through the Grammy Museum experience here at the Prudential Center. And there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. And I don't know about you, but listening to that choir, you forget all that, and you just feel excited and enlightened. And we just all need to do more of this, right? So if we can make that happen, let's do that. And we got plenty of more walls, so we're gonna keep it coming. We gotta think of the next thing. But I'm sure all of us can draw on some experience of how music has influenced our lives. I used to play the trumpet. I can't remember how excited I was in junior high school when I was asked to play in a jazz club. Needless to say, I wasn't invited back the next year. But that wasn't enough to deter me. I continue to just go on to a different plane when I hear music, and I love it. And so I've got 5 children. 3 of them play instruments, and my wife and I have encouraged our children to do so because we see the power of it and how positively it enriches their lives. And I think that to be able to enrich thousands of kids coming in with this exhibit, there might be the next Whitney Houston that comes in here and says, hey, wait a second, I can do this. And so to be able to do that is really something special for us as a family. A few years, I became engaged in sports and entertainment, and then I realized, wow, it really draws kids in. It's something that, once you get the kids in, they want to come for the music, they want to come for the sports, you then feed them the spinach. You make them do their homework, you keep them off the streets, and so it feels like this exhibit could be the start of something truly special in terms of drawing the kids in, but then also getting them to really move their lives up and their station life up and lead better lives. And we're thrilled that we can provide it to this city. And lastly, look, I really have to thank Neil and Bob sitting over there in the Grammy Museum. They could have gone anywhere. Newark was a long shot. New York City, LA. Those are the types of cities that really, really want the Grammys, and for them to have the confidence in us, the confidence in this city to show up and create this kind of legacy, is something that I truly appreciate and that we appreciate. And when you look around Newark, when David and I got involved with the Devils, let's face it, it's a place that was struggling a bit and needed some help. But then, what's happening is people like Mayor Baraka, people like Margaret L., people like Prudential, who've been around for a long time, people like Neil and Bob, they all believe in this city, and you all believe in this city, and together we can make this thing rise up and become great as it once was. So thank you for your time, and appreciate so much being able to be a part of this.
Thanks, Josh. And wow, I guess I'd start with. I knew today was going to be a fun day. I didn't realize it was going to be quite this excellent. So to be able to start our day with Sissy Houston and that amazing choir is just absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So, folks are looking down on us in this day, and just brought out the best in everybody in this wonderful city. So the opening of the Grammy Museum experience at the Prudential Center obviously not only provides a tremendous platform to attract new visitors to this great city, but it also provides us with an incredible opportunity to leverage. We've heard this message time and time again, and it is so true, to leverage the power of music to be able to educate and inspire the next generation of leaders and performers from this area and much broader. And that is just an incredible thing to be able to do, to be able to actually give that back to this city and the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that will be coming through here. And as Josh mentioned, I think it will change some lives and will turn some folks into this area. And for others, it'll just be a wonderful educational experience. So you're all going to get a chance to go see it. And for those of you who have been through it, I don't want to ruin the surprise for those who haven't, but I will tell you that it's amazing. Josh and I were lucky enough last week to have all of our kids here. And so we went and did a little bit of a preview. And it was funny because we didn't have a lot of time. We weren't allowed a lot of time, and we couldn't pull our kids out. Like literally, they were sitting there, and these interactive exhibits that you'll see are just absolutely amazing. The thought of being able to get a drum lesson from Max Weinberg, or the ability, think about this, the ability to mix and remix with the music of the amazing Whitney Houston and Bob Marley. That is just incredibly special. So I think you'll all realize this isn't just kind of like a little walking tour when you go into the museum. So in terms of the impact we're making, it's fantastic that we have so many Newark area students that are already here with us on opening day, and we're super excited to be able to, as I mentioned, bring thousands and thousands of students walking through this museum and take that interactive journey through musical history. As also been mentioned, we take our responsibilities very seriously as it relates to youth and engagement and this amazing city of Newark. And as the proud owners of the Prudential Center and the Devils, we embrace that role as leaders and helping to help any way we can with the continued growth and revitalization of Newark. So super proud to be part of the city's rebirth. Just want to thank everybody again for coming. We know you're going to love it, and appreciate all of your time.
By the way, the Devils are 5-1. Please come and watch, and look forward to it.
October, right? Because it's hot. For all the photographers taking pictures, I'm sweating back here. This is not any sort of TMI, but I'm just saying this is sweat on the back of my dress, okay? Please welcome now President and CEO of the Recording Academy, Chair of the Grammy Museum Board of Directors, and also we can thank this man for bringing the Grammy Awards back to New York City. This is fantastic. Please welcome now to the stage Neil Portnow.
Thank you, Christine, and everybody please be sure to watch her on CBS or our partner network. We are very proud to be in partnership with a forward-thinking organization like CBS, and thank you, Josh and David, and go Devils, right? That's what we say here. So good afternoon, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here with you today as we celebrate the opening of the Grammy Museum's first East Coast outpost. It's the first place that we have right here on the East Coast of America, and of course right here at the Prudential Center. This is exciting for the Recording Academy, but it's also exciting for me personally on a lot of levels. As I'm sure you already know, we've talked about it, in just a little over 3 months, we'll celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Grammy Awards. It's just a train ride away at New York's iconic Madison Square Garden. Yeah, we're excited. You guys are just a train ride away, right? But what many of you may not know is that my first show as president and CEO of the Recording Academy was 15 years ago at Madison Square Garden. So a very emotional time for me then, and it will be this year as well. And actually, that was the last time the show took place in New York until now, and we're back. So it's with great enthusiasm that we're here on the East Coast, celebrating the opening of our Grammy Museum experience, right as we're getting ready to kick off our 60th Grammy Awards season. New Jersey. New Jersey's played a significant role in shaping the history of American music. One of the greatest vocalists of our time, the late Whitney Houston, was born right here in Newark. And I had the thrill and the honor to work with her and her family when she was first signed to Arista Records at the age of 19. We are fortunate to have with us here today, as you've already heard and seen, Whitney's mother, Sissy. Sissy, welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you for that extraordinary performance. We know where the talent comes from. It's all in the family. And we're happy to have Pat Houston, who's the executor of the estate of Whitney Houston, here today as well. Take a round for Pat. Now, Whitney's estate is celebrating an anniversary of their own this year, and we wanted to shout that out. The iconic blockbuster film, The Bodyguard. How many of you saw The Bodyguard? Everybody. In that film, it was a young Whitney who starred, and it is celebrating its 25th anniversary, hard to believe, this year. And the soundtrack from The Bodyguard, which was a spectacular recording, it earned Whitney 3 Grammys, and that was in 1994. And guess what? In 1994, the show was televised from New York. So it's kind of a full circle, isn't it? Just as New Jersey has influenced so much of the music that's impacted our lives, we hope this experience, this Grammy Museum experience right here, will impact the lives of those who were fortunate enough to visit. And you've heard all of those before me talk about changing lives, and that's exactly what we believe it'll do. I want to give my heartfelt thanks to our friends at Prudential Center and New Jersey Devils managing general partners, Josh Harris and David Blitzer, not only for your efforts to support us to make this happen, but particularly to support the communities where your fans live, right here, where they live, where they work, where they play, And to you guys, I say, and to all of you here, welcome to the Grammy family. We're glad to have you part of it. And then now it's really my pleasure to introduce a very unique individual. He's someone who, as a partner, made it possible for the Recording Academy to get into the business of museums, and now we have them all over America and starting to have them outside of America. He helped make this possible in so many ways. He's one of the most prolific New Jersey natives I know. You'll see he's not wearing a Grammy, he's wearing a little pin that says Jersey on it. And I understand that Bob is not running for governor. He's not getting in this race this year. But in any case, I want to welcome my partner, my good friend, founding executive director of the Grammy Museum, Mr. Bob Santelli. And thank you all very much.
Well, first to my staff, who thought that only LA had the sunshine, right? This is LA weather here in Jersey. How about a hand for Mother Nature? You know, this day is special for me both personally and professionally. Professionally, it's obvious. This is a dream come true for us. As Neil said, the opportunity to bring a museum like this and the assorted educational programs that will follow to the tri-state area is a dream and is way overdue. But personally for me, many years ago, a few blocks from here, I saw my first concert. It was the Rolling Stones at Newark Symphony Hall, and that changed my life forever. My dad, who was a New Jersey state trooper for many years, said that was the day he lost his son forever. True statement. And I don't regret it, quite honestly. But I can tell you this, for me as a New Jerseyan and someone who was born in Jersey City and raised in West New York and grew up on the Jersey Shore, to come back here, it's a full circle thing. And it's also a most important thing for me as a music historian, because for so many years, Newark has been overshadowed by Philadelphia and certainly New York. This city has an incredible music legacy, and some of the speakers today alluded to that legacy, going all the way back to the speakeasies and ragtime days and early jazz, Sarah Vaughan, right on through the jazz and R&B clubs, the great gospel tradition of this city. All of this has made Newark one of the most important, unheralded major music cities in America. And from now on, they're going to know about it. So you say, well, what is the Grammy Museum experience? What are you going to see in there? And why here? Well, I told you why, but what's in it? How do we get that message across? What you'll see here is really a 21st century museum. And by that I mean it's a combination of traditional artifacts and great memorabilia, but there are also things that allow you, the student, or the fan, the visitor, the teacher, to go inside and underneath the music. Allow yourselves a deeper, more emotional commitment to the music. So for instance, I think as the mayor said, or someone else said today, that you can take a drum lesson with Max Weinberg. You can really take a drum lesson with Max Weinberg. It's not karaoke, it's not just bang the drums. He will call you out if you don't hit that right beat. Or you can go in the studio with Wyclef Jean from the Fugees and actually show your stuff when it comes to rhyming and singing. These are things that are not meant to be just fun. They are fun, but they're meant to be educational as well. They demonstrate how difficult this artistry is, and they absolutely illustrate that if you are committed as a young person to your craft and your dream, that you too could follow in the footsteps of these great New Jersey artists. There are a lot of people who help make this possible. I stand up here today as a representative of those people, but I must say, more than anyone else, I have to thank someone whose idea it was. It wasn't mine. Everyone says, oh, you're from New Jersey, you wanted to come here. I can't take that credit. That credit goes to Daniel Cherry over here. Please stand, Daniel. Acknowledge yourself. Here he is. Daniel came to us and said, we need to do this in the city, and laid out a plan that when he came to Los Angeles, I couldn't deny. And in very short order, we started to put plans together to make this day a reality. So Daniel, thank you from me and my staff. Job well done and a great vision that you had. I also want to tell the mayor that, you know, you've often said, and I've heard you say more than once, that we should believe in Newark. So I'm here to tell you today that the Grammy family and the Recording Academy, we believe in Newark. And we're happy to be here and start this great new tradition. Thank you very much for allowing us to come in your city. And now I think we have the honor to Pat and Donna Houston to come on up here and say a few words as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the estate of Whitney E. Houston, the family and I are so honored to be here. It's such a great joy. Such a great joy. Whitney's 12-album career illuminated the world and the industry, not only as an artist that could sing, but an artist that loved music. From a young age, her love of music transformed her into the iconic songstress who captivated the world over and over again. And that love reached beyond perfecting her craft in studio or on stage. Anyone that worked with her knows she always strived for herself and others to be the best they could be. Music wasn't about singing better than the next person, but impacting someone's life with the message in song. Whitney simply loved telling a story with her voice, and she did it well. As a young girl, she had a vision of what she wanted to become, singing in front of a mirror with a broomstick in her basement right here in Newark at home. Before long, she was selling out prominent venues around the world. Although she was aware of her legendary heritage, being the daughter of Cissy Houston and the first cousin to Dionne Warwick, she was surely nurtured as a young age right here in Newark. She was simply bound for greatness. All of her previous albums garnered her superstardom status, but it wasn't until The Bodyguard that she became the voice and took us to a level that was almost matchless. The 25th anniversary album, which will be released on November 17th, is a celebration, a moment for fans, friends and family, industry leaders and peers to reflect on a special career and a personal change for Whitney. Her legacy reminds us that her music speaks louder than words. She has given us music, beauty, poise, grace, and now a piece of her in the East Coast First Grammy Museum. I am so honored to be here today with the family. And I can tell you, they're my extended family, but they are such music royalty that I am just so emotional right now, just even standing here, watching both my mother-in-law and Dionne and my husband Gary and other family members. It is such a great honor. And Whitney is here today. I saw a butterfly come through, which was something that Whitney loved. So she's here with us today. This is absolutely wonderful to see all the love that's here. Oh my God. And Mom, I know that you're loving this. You too, Dionne. And this is, like I said, I can't stop talking about my family enough. And this Whitney, I'm saying Whitney Museum, isn't that something? The Grammy experience is for you. I encourage Newark. You know, this is exciting, it's for you. And I'm so excited for you that I just don't know what to do with myself. And as Whitney would do at the end of every one of her shows, she would always say, thank you and God bless.
Come on.